Well, the casual strikes again. I said Dominick Reyes was going to beat Jon Jones. He did that. I don't care what the fucking judges say. He was robbed. But I guess that's just more beginner's luck for me since I'm just learning this new sport. I'm enjoying it, guys. It's fascinating stuff. All right, robbery might be a bit strong. In my opinion, Dominick Reyes beat Jon Jones. And I fucking predicted that would happen. It's great to just be right again. I just keep thinking, when I learn as much as these hardcores, imagine how good I'm going to be predicting then. Oh, honestly, listen to me. Some people thought I was being a bit of a Jon Jones hater in the preview. Not at all. I think he's a great champion. What a legacy he's got. But where he has holes, that tends to be Dominick Reyes' strong suit. And even though he's inexperienced, young, and not many people really were putting him to win, I just didn't feel he was going to give him the respect everyone else does. You see people, they hit Jon and they stand off him and they give him time to dictate the pace, to keep them in his range, and he controls the fight. That first round, I was just sat there going, this is everything I fucking said in my preview. Everything I said. You all fucking slaggers off, but everything I said in that fucking preview is right there in round one. He wouldn't let up. He dictated the pace. He dictated the range. He showed him no respect. He got in his face, and when he landed, he followed it up and he landed again and again. And Jon Jones did what he does. He backs away, and it's very catchable. You just have to be ballsy enough to follow it up. What that fight proves is how many professional MMA fighters have allowed Jon Jones to get away with it. It's because Jon Jones is so intimidating. He mentally beats many men before they even get in the cage with him. So credit to Dominick Reyes for that self-belief. That is a self-belief that Anthony Smith never had in the fight with him. People said I was a bit harsh on Anthony Smith in my preview. Fair play. I mean, he's a tremendous fighter. Jon Jones had him mentally beat before he walked in the fucking cage with him. It's a fact. And Reyes, on the other hand, didn't. He really thought he was going to win that fight. Reyes' footwork and therefore being hard at the time for Jon Jones was causing him problems. He was very quick, very light on his feet. For a man that size, it was impressive. He was mixing the strikes up really well, and that's the bit where I was watching Jon Jones' game. I was like, Jones is very clever. He is going to have you guessing constantly. Where is he going next? Is it a takedown? Is it a high kick? Is it a kick to the knee? Is he going to box with you? Like, you just don't know because he is so fucking skilled in so many areas. But it felt like Reyes was the one who was keeping him guessing. Some people are probably going to use the fact that Jon Jones was walking forward trying to strike and Reyes was backing off and circling and striking as well as a way of saying, oh, well, Jon Jones was the aggressor. You got to give him that round. When the guy on the outside is backing off and still outlanding you, he still wins the round. It doesn't matter who's walking forward and who's walking backwards. The person punching the other one in the face more wins the fucking round. Just so we get that clear. Because if they're equal and you got an aggressor, then maybe. In those first 3 rounds, that was not the case. The fucking score, the strike cards prove it. Dominick Reyes outstruck Jon Jones in the first 3 rounds, and not a single takedown was landed in the first 3 rounds. Dominick Reyes wins the first 3 rounds. I mean, it's just clear. Now, I watched it again after the fight because, you know, in the fight, I thought maybe I was biased. I had money on Reyes. And it's early in the fucking morning in the UK. Maybe I need to watch this again. I watched it again. Same exact thing in my head. First 3 rounds, Dominick Reyes. I understand people could watch that and one go and go, yeah, I think Jon Jones won that round. But if you watch it a few times, I just think that most people will come to that conclusion. Even in the 4th round, yeah, Jon Jones won that. But at the start of the 4th round, Reyes was tagging him so bad that he was shooting for his life. At one point, Reyes got out of it. Jones is literally like on the floor. Like, please, I got to get this takedown. Like, it was obvious he was in trouble there. Credit to Jones, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and go, he didn't do well, because what a champion Jon Jones is when you got a young lion in there taking the first 3 rounds off of you and you still come back strong. This is why Jon Jones is Jon Jones. I'm not trying to take anything away from him. You know, I'm literally just trying to call the fight exactly how I'm seeing it, not on an emotional level. I don't love Jones. I don't hate him. I don't care. But this is how I genuinely seeing it. He did brilliantly to come back into that fight, to take over again and land the takedowns. Now, that being said, he did nothing with those takedowns And Dominick Reyes popped right back up, got out. I mean, he expended a lot of energy from Reyes to do that, so I guess that's something. But if the guy gets back up and then cracks you in the jaw, are we really scoring that enough to win the entire fight? Not for me, like. And credit to Jon Jones, because some of the holes I thought were in his game were still there, and that's where Reyes had his success. But he's clearly working on them. He knows about them. He's getting better. And the fact that he was able to just keep walking forward, despite the fact that Reyes was throwing everything at him, like, you gotta have a heart to do that. You gotta have real championship mettle about you to keep pressing, even when a guy is that dangerous, and taking all the shots and delivering the damage. The chin of Jon Jones is phenomenal. I mean, we hardly ever see him wobbled. The man is just a hard motherfucker. I feel like part of the problem is Jon Jones has been champion for so long now that he is just cemented in everyone's mind, including the judges, that he's the champion. And there's this unwritten rule that to be the champion, you got to dominate the current champion in order to take the decision off of him. That's rubbish. That isn't in the rules. If you win those rounds, it doesn't matter who is who, you win the fight. Dominick Reyes won 3 rounds to 2, in my opinion here. Now, feel free to fucking disagree in the comments or whatever. But it shouldn't matter who is who in that ring. If you're outlanding the guy, I don't care who's the champion. My God. Someone actually had this 4 rounds to 1 for Jon Jones. That is disgrace. That is like, you should never ever judge a fight again. And Joe Rogan even called one of the judges out earlier in the night for not even watching a fight for half a minute or something like that. You're supposed to be fucking scoring it, and you're not watching. Are the lights on? Like, is this what we're doing now, is it? I can't take this seriously. And when the decision was announced, I was genuinely shocked. I was like, wow, I really thought this guy had won that fight there. Like, fair enough, you get the final 2 rounds to Jones, but those first 3 were clear. It's weird because even though I think Jones probably lost that fight, for everyone thinking I'm a Jones hater, I think I respect Jones more now than I ever did. I mean, he's broke the record for title defenses in the UFC. All right, it was bullshit, but like, the point is, the motherfucker has been here for so long, dominating, is gonna go down in history. And you know, even if he does lose, I personally don't care. He deserves that spot. I think we've seen a clear slowing down of him in the last couple of fights. Like, let's not forget, Dominick Reyes is a natural talent. He's a real special fighter there. But he's so young in this game. Like, if he was able to do that to you, like, probably want to leave heavyweight alone, actually. Like, as much as I've always wanted to see him at heavyweight, the amount he was being caught, if a Francis Ngannou catches you, like, mate, it's not even... There's none of this. You know, this is all over. Like, this is done now. We're gone. And even, I'll be honest, I reckon Israel Adesanya have watched that fight and thought, yeah, I could take them. You know what I mean? Like, maybe he could, maybe he couldn't. But Adesanya looks much more dynamic than Jon Jones at the moment. Like, I feel like early on, especially, the speed difference between Reyes and Jones was quite clear, and you can only imagine what that Adesanya speed difference would then look like. You know, that fight becomes more and more interesting now. There'd be real bad blood there, and it would be so fucking entertaining. And in a way, that would be a cool passing of the torch to Jones to Adesanya if Adesanya did win. So yeah, let's have a rematch. That's me basically in conclusion here, because I want to know who's the best out of these two, and you know, Jones could still win the rematch as well. It's worth doing. So yeah, after I predicted another fight correctly, yeah, I mean, the judges might disagree, but we all know the truth. Let's see what these hardcore MMA comments were like in my preview, because obviously, me being king of the casuals, they don't like me so much. Fat fuck, you are the casual. The only thing you are an expert in is diabetes and obesity. Well, you might have a point there. I did just get the results back from the doctor, and I'm type 1 diabetes. I'm not. Oh, just kidding you. Although it's a matter of time, isn't it? I don't know which one's the bad one anyway, to be honest with you. This Don knows fuck all about MMA. Don't know why he tries to cover the sport at all. Needs to be said. I mean, thanks for watching. Appreciate your view. Appreciate you taking the 10 minutes, 37 seconds to watch that video to find that out. Appreciate it. You used to think you had a good view on MMA, but after this, I can't believe you think Jones has these holes in his game. Well, mate, hopefully after that fight, you've seen some of them. Dominick Reyes was peppering, getting in there. Oh, that uppercut as well. Oh, that was nasty. You see that uppercut? That came from a hole in Jon Jones's game. Right about here, actually. Oh, it's a good one. This video should be called TG repeats parts of previews he's watched and adds absolutely nothing. Genuinely. I did that video off my top of my head. I wasn't even going to make one. I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll make one. Watched some footage of the lads. that was it. Boom, done. So these previews are so lazy. Well, if I, this is later in his comment, if I was actually doing research and ripping off other people, at least that would actually be effort. Probably why Sky stay well clear. Well, actually, we're beating Sky in the online ratings, so they are well clear for the nature of the gap between me and them. We're Liverpool, yeah, right? Cheers. Them holes in the game have been there for years now and he hasn't patched them up. That was a quote from what I said. What the fuck are you going on about? He's going to dismantle Reyes however he wants because he's the greatest fighter ever. There's not much more to it. Mate, you fucking clown. You absolute fucking clown. I hope after that fight, bro, you actually was like, oh wow, maybe there is holes there. I hope you have the common sense through your fucking Jon Jones fanboyism to actually see when he's getting punched repeatedly in the face. That first round was the most dominant round anyone's ever had over Jon Jones. Ever. So suck that one down. That was an awful pre-fight assessment. An awfully accurate one. Huh? Nightmare for you, pal. Not gonna lie, Geordie came across as a Jones hater in this video. I mean, the problem is, this is when you make... I'm gonna tell us honestly, to all of you out there, you ever made a video in your life, maybe some of you haven't, maybe some of you have. If I came off and went, Jones is great, yada yada yada, there's nothing wrong with his game, he's perfect in every single way, people would call me a Jones dick rider then. You know what I'm saying? So then when I actually critique him in any way, I'm a Jones hater. Let's just keep it real with everyone who watches my videos. I'm just going to say my honest, true opinion. There's no like love issue like or hate between me and Jon Jones here. This is just my opinion. And if you disagree with that, that's fine. Why did I waste my time listening to this bullshit? Donald Johnson, Don, if I can call you that. Thanks. I appreciate you doing that. It's every little helps. Do you know what I mean? There's probably got a penny for that. Thanks. True Geordie should stick to watching Logan Paul's fights. I've seen them all. Seen them all, mate. It's great. Sometimes I wonder who would win, Logan Paul or Jon Jones. At Connect 4, do you know what I mean? That's the real test of manhood. Because Logan would batter him in a fight. Am I right? Oh. Geordie gets paid when people lose money on BetBull. He literally wants you to bet against Jon Jones. Literally. It makes no fucking difference whether anyone bets on anything to me. If they sign up with us, they do whatever they want. The whole point is we get sign-ups. That's it. That is it. You win, great. I'm happy. Honestly, the conspiracy theorists are so funny. So thanks to all the shit-talking MMA fans out there. They always make me laugh. Appreciate your time and your views, because as much as you might hate me, you pay me. Cheers, guys. We'll see you later.